guys, I'm Kirsten, the Problem Solving Teacher and Teachers Pay Teachers author. If you like my videos, please remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Let me know how things are going in your Teachers Pay Teachers business. And whenever you do any of those things, it helps other teachers like you find me. All right, today we are going to be talking about finding your niche. Niche is kind of a fancy word that gets thrown around a lot as you start to dive into the TpT world. People want to know, what is your niche? What is it all about? What are you trying to do? So niche is meant to be a specific solution to a specific problem. It's different than the person you're talking to. It's your area of expertise, and it's just the place that you are going to be specialized in. So it also means that you are narrowing down to focus on one set of clients, one subject area, one place of focus. So I find that as an elementary teacher, it's kind of hard because we teach all the subjects and we think, hey, I'm pretty good at teaching everything. But your niche should be not all the subjects. It should, I mean, you could probably do one specific grade level, but you really want to narrow it down as much as possible, especially at the beginning. So when I first started on Teachers Pay Teachers, I did not think about what my niche was. I mean, I heard it, but I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna create products and see where that brings me. And that's how I kind of found mine. But it's probably easier to find your niche first and keep that as your focus and then move forward from there. So here are some ways that you can look at what is your niche. You want to look at what your interests and passions are. Obviously, if you're looking at Teachers Pay Teachers, you're looking at the teaching world, and you want to look at what parts of teaching you are interested and passionate about, because you are probably way more interested in teaching some subjects than others, especially in elementary. And even within that, you could narrow it down further. So your niche could be a subject, it could be classroom management, it could be special ed, it could be speech, it could be executive function. So it doesn't have to be a specific subject. It can be the type of student that you're really great at helping. So some ways to figure out what that is if you don't know right away, because that can be kind of tricky because teachers are always asked to do all of the things. So we get pretty good at all of the things. What do you like to do with your free time? What lessons do you put more research and interest and oomph and everything into than others? What things do you look forward to teaching? What, emails or newsletters or professional development were you really excited about taking? Then you want to also look at what problem can you solve. So a way a lot of other teachers have put this when talking about niches is, what questions do your coworkers come and ask you? And I was like, maybe it's just people in my area, but that's not like a huge thing here. Although there were teachers that I was like, ooh, I want to know about how to teach science, I'm going to go talk to that person. So if there's a specific area that your coworkers will come and ask you questions about that because you do it really great in your classroom, you want to figure out what within those problems you can solve. Think about the pain points teachers have. One of the biggest ones is time. Teachers do not have time. We do not have enough time to do everything, to teach everything, to make lessons for everything. So whenever you are creating something on Teachers Pay Teachers, you are saving teachers time. So that's a huge pain point. Another one is, we can't be experts in everything. Oftentimes we can be pretty good at teaching everything, but we are really great at teaching one subject. So you can help teachers fill in the gaps for the areas they're not really great in, or you can help them become really great in the subject you're really great in. So look at what areas, what pain points teachers have. If you don't know, based just on what you're doing in your school, you can look at Facebook groups or forums online and kind of see what people are saying. Another place that you can look for to see what teachers are looking for is the internet. So you can do some keyword research, because when you don't know how to do something, you look it up online. So you can look at Google Ads, Google Trends, you can look at Uber Suggest, and you can see what people are researching. Because if you're thinking, hey, I want my niche to be AP biochemistry, specifically one area, and nobody is looking at that, then you might not sell very many products, right? So you want to make sure that there's some interest from teachers out there in what you're looking for. You also want to know a little bit about your competition. So right now there's a lot of teachers on Teachers Pay Teachers, especially with the craziness of the 2020 pandemic that has happened. A lot more teachers have said, you know what, I'm not getting paid enough to do what I'm doing in my classroom. Let me see what else I can do. And so they've started to look online for how they can make money and possibly leave the classroom, or just make more money with all of the work they already put in. So you want to know if the subject area you're interested in is like really already has a ton of experts in it, because then it's going to be hard for you to do it. It doesn't mean you can't. It really doesn't, because nobody has your take on it. You can see maybe there's no websites or searches based on the area you want to be in, which means it either wasn't profitable, or people just didn't know what to look for, or it could be that there's lots of opportunity. So there could be no market for that niche, or hey, you might have found a pot of gold right there, where everybody's going to buy from you. So you have to look at, and you can also find that some people are creating resources in that area, but they're doing a poor job of it. Like, they're not good. And so when you go in and do it, if you make them fantastic, then you're gonna have get a lot of sales in the market. All right, so then even if you pick a specific subject area, like if you're like, I'm gonna do ELA, ELA is huge. ELA is huge, especially across all the grades. Are you going to narrow it down to a few specific grades? Are you going to narrow it down to writing, to spelling, to vocab? Are you going to narrow it down to grammar, to so think about how you can bring that down smaller. Start with a small niche, a small area, and then as you grow your business, you can always expand it a little bit here and there, but don't take on too much. You want to become known as the expert in one area. You're supposed to check for profitability. I will tell you that teachers are looking for lessons online. You can make money doing it. That's why the website Teachers Pay Teachers exists. That's why there are huge sellers out there making hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars from selling their resources. It doesn't mean it's easy. It takes work, and you have to find your way into the market and grow an audience, but there's money, there's profit to be made out there. The final step to finding your niche is testing. As you start to put up resources, you will see that they sell or they don't. And you will see, hey, I thought that this was going to be my niche, but I made this one resource because I thought that would be really great for my classroom, and I put it up on Teachers Pay Teachers. And then you sell a ton of it. And you might be like, ooh, maybe that's going to be my niche. So some of it is testing. So just because you sat down and you thought about what your niche is going to be, that doesn't mean that it's the end all be all. You might have to later on look at your statistics and data and sales and see maybe your niche is going to be something different than you thought. All right, so hopefully this helped you figure out what your niche could be, helped you maybe dive into your Teachers Pay Teachers data and figure out maybe it's time to rethink your niche. But take a look, figure out what your niche is, focus in that area, and focus on helping teachers who have specific pain points within that area. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know what your niche is in the comments, and have an awesome day.